Namaskar. Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Rabindra Behra, Member Parliament, Dr. Madan Mohan Sethi, Honorable Consul General of India in Auckland, all the respected government officials, esteemed member on the dais, industry leaders, fellow entrepreneurs, friends from media, and all the lovely people from the state of Odisha. I feel extremely honored and privileged to be addressing this gathering today in this beautiful city of Bhubaneswar. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been blessed that I have got an opportunity to travel across many countries, to work with many governments, to produce films, to curate international film and cultural festivals, to build tourism campaigns, promote destinations, and of course meet millions of people from different cultures. And every journey has taught me a lesson. But perhaps the most important lesson that I have learned is people do not travel because of places. People travel because of stories. Before a tourist arrives in a place, his imagination arrives. And imagination is created by stories. And today, I am here to share my views as to why I believe that Odisha's greatest story is still waiting to be told to the world. As we all have heard and people say that Odisha is India's best kept secret, oldest civilization in Asia. Odisha has more to offer, the kind of things Odisha has to offer, very few destinations in the world have to offer. The Konark Sun Temple, the divine legacy of Lord Jagannath in Puri, the pristine beaches, the wildlife, the music, the tribal traditions, the cuisine, art, Patchitra, handlooms, and above all, the warmth of people of Odisha. So I am convinced that I think we should change this line. Odisha is no longer India's best kept secret. Odisha is India's next big global story to be told. Today we are living in a world where the traveler seeks experiences. The traveler doesn't want to go only for seeing monuments. They want to go and experience the place. They are no longer looking for photographs. They are looking for memories. They want to go and run marathons in scenic locations. They want to wake up in forests. They want to enjoy the serenity of lakes with flamingos. And the good part is, the good news is that Odisha has everything that a travel is seeking for. All we need to do is, like I'm saying, is only global storytelling. See, today we are actually living in a very a world which is changing at a very fast pace. AI has redefined businesses. Digital platforms has taken over the markets. Today, young entrepreneurs are creating billion-dollar companies from small towns. But one thing which has not changed is authenticity. One thing which has not changed is culture. And I call culture as the biggest economic capital. Because culture builds brands. Brands create tourism. Tourism attracts investment. Investment generates employment. and employment brings in prosperity, which in turn adds to nation building. So culture is at the base of any economic ecosystem that today we have. Now, having said that, coming from the world of cinema, I would like to say that if culture gives a destination its soul, then cinema gives its wings. For over 100 years today, films have been entertaining us. They've made us cry, they've made us laugh, they've made us fall in love, they've inspired us. But today, ladies and gentlemen, films are doing something far bigger than entertaining us. They have become the biggest tourism ambassadors of any place. Think of it. When you think of Switzerland, the first thing comes to your mind is Shah Rukh Khan and Kajol. That is the power of storytelling. We all know what Bollywood has done to the economy of Switzerland. One good film, like a film called Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, and one song shot in Spain. You know, the tourism portal of Spain collapsed after that Tomatina festival when they saw that. That is the kind of effect films have. I would take my own example. When we were wanting to shoot a film in Vietnam, when Dr. Madan Mohan Sethi was the Consul General of India in Ho Chi Minh City, I remember when I went to Vietnam and I said that I want to shoot a film here, probably he was the only man who was standing with me because he had the vision. The whole world was asking that people do not even know what Bollywood is in Vietnam, and Vietnam is a very closed kind of a country. But today, with utmost pride, I'm saying, and with all thanks to Dr. Sethi, I'm very indebted to this man, that he had complete faith in us. And today, when we've released the film Love in Vietnam, you will be surprised to know that there is a year-on-year increase in tourism of 45% from India to Vietnam because of one film. Today, there are restaurants who have painted a whole wall dedicated to Love in Vietnam. There are 5-star resorts who have made Love in Vietnam corner. Why? Because the songs were shot there. All the fans of the film stars want to go and get clicked there. Now that is the power of cinema. Now, I was talking to Dr. Behra and he was showing me a couple of places in Odisha. I'm surprised that in spite of having such beautiful locations, in spite of having such rich culture, and in spite of having amazing tribal traditions, why we don't have blockbusters being shot in Odisha? I have requested Dr. Behra, who also happens to be a member of the Standing Committee of Information and Technology, and he's promised me that we are going to look at it very seriously, because I'm ready to bring in a group of Bollywood filmmakers who come here and they actually see the place. And we sit with the government and we see that why can't Odisha be the next most preferred filmmaking destination in India? It has everything. So I would really request the government that you should have a film policy in place. All you require is just reach out to Bollywood, and we are very happy. And I would, on behalf of the filmmakers, I will be very happy to come myself shoot a film here. The other thing which I would also want to share with you is that great cities are known by great events. Now, whether it is the Cannes Film Festival, it's a small city in south of France, nothing. The whole year that city is dead. And only during the Cannes Film Festival you see the whole world reaching there. The London Marathon, the World Economic Forum in Davos. If anyone has been to Switzerland in Davos, the only time people go to Davos is when there is a World Economic Forum happening. Otherwise, people don't even know that there's a place called Davos. Now, we need to create, I'm sure we have huge amount of festivals. Of course, the Rath Yatra is world famous, but that's That's a religious thing, which is, we are very proud of it. But we must also have certain internationally acclaimed festivals being based out of Odisha. Maybe an international half marathon on the lines of London Marathon, international film festival, a short film festival. So what I suggest is that very humbly I would recommend four things, four festivals or four campaigns that should the government should take cognizance of, and if they do it. One is Film Odisha 2030. Let Odisha reach out to Bollywood. Let Odisha be the most preferred place for shooting. Let Odisha be the creative capital of India. Second is, let's create Odisha International Film Festival. Let the storytellers of the world converge here. Third is, let's create something like a Bhubaneswar International Half Marathon, and we have elite runners, we have a wellness expo, we have the whole world coming in here. And fourth is Experience Odisha global campaign, where we have influencers, we have OTT platforms, we have all these. Imagine each of them is going to be a brand ambassador of Odisha. See, I believe that the next global success story is not going to be created only by governments. It is going to be created by collaboration. A collaboration of the government, of the industry leaders, of filmmakers, of sports people, of academic institutions, a collaboration of youth. Because only then we can work towards one common goal of the larger goal towards Viksit Bharat. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I believe when Odisha rises, India rises. So let's write the next chapter in the history of Odisha. Let's write the next chapter in the story of India. Thank you very much for having me, and thank you very much for listening to me. Jai Hind.